Hello guys, I'm Katsumata. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about 3 relationship mistakes that nice guys do when it comes about friendship and what to do in case you realize you're making one of them. To show what I'm going to say here, I'm going to share 2 real stories with you, and I will highlight the moments and make comments about it. So let's have some fun together, okay? The first story is about this American woman. I was talking to her, and she told me I used to have this friend, she was my best friend for the past 15 years. And the relationship was out of balance, which means she was available for her best friend 7 days during the week and 24 hours per day. However, her best friend had a specific day and time to talk to her. So, hey, don't bother me other days, I'm only available to talk to you this day and time. So you can figure out that first, the relationship is really out of balance. Someone is investing too much, is too much available, and the other person is restricted with the hour. So this was a red flag for her, like, okay, something is wrong here. Anytime that you are in a relationship that it feels like out of balance and you have evidence to notice that, be aware. You have a high concept about the person, and probably the person doesn't correspond to that, doesn't share the same perspective about you. And that's never a good relationship to continue with. Okay, be aware of that. So if you notice that you have a relationship, can be a romantic one, friendship, and you're giving too much of your time, your attention, your emotions, your money, and you receiving too little for your effort, this relationship is not a good fit for you. And persist in this relationship for whatever reason, it's never going to end well for you, especially. So first red flag, didn't stop there. Most of the time during this 15 years, she didn't allow her to be herself in this relationship. She always looking for ways to be pleasant to her best friend. So she was doing whatever it takes to be a nice person. And one day, she took the courage step to be herself just for once after 15 years. And she stood up and she wanted to be herself just for once. And surprisingly, not surprisingly, the friend didn't like it. Like, hey, I don't like it. I prefer your old self, the old version. I don't like this. And okay, but that's who I am for real. Without the makeup, without the niceness, that's who I am. And her best friend did accept her for who she was, for who she is. And that's it. The relationship was over at that point. If you start a relationship, and you set the bar to be pleasant to others, be nice to others, and you're not being honest about yourself, about your preference, values, the way you think. If you are so scared that you're gonna disappoint people, they're not gonna accept you, you're gonna set yourself to fail because you might get their approval, and being friends with them just for the time they're still playing this fake persona. It's not you for real. And when you have the courage and review yourself for the first time, and usually it takes like years, you cannot blame them if they don't accept you, because most likely they wouldn't get along with you if you have been real in the first moment. So that's a good thing. You don't want to be friends with everyone. You want to have standards. You want to select people because they're going to affect your life. When you are in trouble, you need a friend. You need a good friend, someone that knows you. You can have intimacy. You can trust. You can open your heart, you can share your feelings and thoughts, and they're going to bring you to the reality. They're going to give you the emotional support. They're going to be there for you, the real you. And if you're making this persona just to please them, you're going to be in trouble. They don't know you, so you cannot blame them like that. They are taking advantage of you. You're the one creating this situation for yourself. As hard as it is, that's what's happening. So be real from the beginning. If you like play video games, don't stop playing video games so you can look like mature. They will not judge you because you are too old, you're 40, in your 40s or plus, and if you're like, oh, this is a child behavior, I shouldn't do this. Well, if there's something you like it, go for it. If they don't like this, they don't approve this, probably not a good match for you. If you like reading, you're not really into sports, don't pretend you enjoy sports, because at a certain point in this relationship, you're gonna go through a lot of suffering. Try to do something that you really don't enjoy, going and you're forcing yourself. So nobody will benefit from that. It's better if you just figure out you guys are not a good match from the beginning and give the person the possibility to find someone that is a better match for them, that doesn't make you a bad person, okay? And the same way, doesn't make the bad because they don't want to hang out with you. Just they are different, and that's what it is. So you're gonna find someone better for you. That's life. So first, pay attention to the signs. See if you're having like a good balance. You know, the amount of investment, energy, feelings, time, money. See if the amount you invest in this relationship is similar from the other side. Okay. I don't think there is a relationship that's going to be like a 50-50. No, it's going to be even all the time. Sometimes it's going to bend to one side or another side here and there, and that's okay. And when it really extreme, you can feel like one side only giving, and this side is you're the giver, and the other person is just taking and not investing as much. Red flag. Okay. And the second thing is about being yourself from the beginning. Don't fake yourself. Don't try to get people's approval, and see this as an opportunity to see if they deserve your company. They worth your time, your feelings, and that's okay. If they don't like you, also because you don't have to like them. So, play both sides. It's good for both. And there is a second story that I want to share. So I was talking to this guy in Brazil, and he has been through a lot lately. The last year, his wife, ex-wife, applied for a divorce, and he was going crazy about Christmas because for the first time he was going to spend his Christmas alone, no wife and no child, and he was desperate because like, what can I do? I never been in this situation. I always have my family with me, and I asked him like, do you have friends? And, yeah, sure, I do. So what's stopping you to spend time with your friends? I don't want to bother. So are they really good friends? You have spent time with them and stuff. And, yeah, sure. I know them for a while now since we were kids. So yeah, we are really good and close friends. So don't you think that really good friends, people really care about you, love you, accept you, they would be happy to have you around, during Christmas, especially because what Christmas represents. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because friendship is not always convenient in the sense that it's a relationship that I will benefit from, all the time, and it's going to be pleasant, and we not never disturb it. We are really good friends. Sometimes they're going to call you late in the night, and they need your support. So you might be going to bed during that time, and they want to talk to you. It's not going to be convenient, and know what? You don't care because this person is really special. You appreciate the friendship, the story you guys have together. So yeah, you can make time for them. The treatment you have with your real and good friends, is going to be different from a stranger that just met and got your number. Probably will not have the same patience. You're not going to be as open. So yeah, sometimes it's not convenient, and it's still like doesn't hurt the relationship itself. In fact, reinforce because you're investing more, you make like a stronger the bond. And I was talking to him like, hey, if you guys are really, really good friend, having you around, especially during this situation, and as the good friend he is, this person is, he knows what you're going through right now. He knows how important it is giving you support in this time. It's really sensitive time. And yeah, sure. So what do you need? What do you need to what? To call this person? You have someone in mind? Is possible? Can you travel and reach them during the Christmas day? Yeah, sure. They are in Brazil, same town. I can drive and go there. That's not going to be a problem. I can do that. So it's doable. It would be different if the guy was like in Japan, or other country. Uh, Physically would be harder, not impossible. Okay, so what's stopping you? Nothing. Okay, so call this person and let's see what happens. And he did a call, And, oh yeah, I spoke to my friend. He was really happy to have me there, and it's really simple, just making a call. But that's the thing. When we are too nice, we feel like everything we do, everything we request, everything we ask to others comes from the place that I'm going to disturb this person. I don't want to bother them. You feel like you are a burden. And that's not true. That's not true. So that's the way you perceive yourself. That's not necessarily the way they see you. And considering that you are a nice person, it probably give a lot of time, energy, money, attention. So you bring a lot of things to this relationship. Um, don't get me wrong. I think like you earned you earned the favor. As much we can earn something, I would say. Of course, there is no obligation. Yeah, nobody's forced you to do something. But from the place of being grateful for this relationship, most likely they're going to do something about it. And here I want to highlight there. I'm talking about someone that's really good friends. That there is evidence, different from the first story. This person invests in the relationship. They they give their share as well. They're not just taking, they're investing as well. Of course, no relationship is perfect. Sometimes you disagree with each other. You might get in a fight with each other and still can be good friends. So this person displayed, there is evidence, there is proof they are really investing in the relationship. They're not just using the labels. I have 5,000 friends on my Facebook, so whatever. You know, I don't know most of them, which kind of friends they are. So I'm talking about someone that is for real, and you have case stories, things that give you the sense like a really good friend. You have been through some tough times, for example, and the person was there for you. So sometimes the problem about the friendship is not the other person, as I shared before, is about your perception, about your sense of how much you appreciate yourself, how much you value what you're giving and bring to the relationship, and the perception that you don't deserve the favor, you don't want to bother others, you're such a burden. So it's like they are doing you a favor, being accepting you as their friend, because if you cannot ask for a favor, especially if you have this relationship for a while and you have been investing in this relationship for a while, if you don't feel that you deserve, something is wrong here. The perception that you have, especially about yourself, is the thing that's making difficult for you to enjoy the friendship and the benefits it comes with. You know. So what to do is see yourself and appreciate yourself more. Understand that every time someone interacting with you, their life will be better because of that. You're bringing value to the table. You're making people's life better just for being who you are. You have a story, you have achievements, you have failed, and I hope you have learning from your mistakes. So this makes you a wiser person, and that's really good to be around wise people that have experience, that know how to handle tough times and stuff. So you are better than you think, and probably that you allow to acknowledge yourself for. And knowing that, not to make you proud and treat people bad, it's just to allow you to give yourself permission to interact in a healthy way. Understand that the friendship, the same way you have this tendency to give and support your friend, it might come the time that you need this support, and that's okay to ask. I think the tough times, the times that you need, is a good way to even to qualify the friendship. Of course, every case is different. I cannot say for everything that happens, you have to be wise and figure out that for yourself. But I would say when we talk about high quality people, that we have been friends with, more often than not, they're going to be there for us. I'm just concerned. I don't want to create expectation that people like owe you something and they have the obligation to do something. I don't want to create this image like you can demand. I have the right to do this. They want to do. Comes from the place in the heart that they might even feel offended if they figure out like how much you have been through by yourself, alone, suffering in silence when you could ask them for help. And some people can get really offended, like, how dare you, I'm your friend. Why don't you trust me? Why don't you count on me? So people with their hearts in the right place. That's what I mean here. I hope I make this clear. Okay. So every case is different. We have to understand the factors here. But I would think I could paint the picture properly here. Okay, let me know if I didn't. Just comment here and I will do my best to clarify myself. And if you see that now is the time to improve your social life, then maybe the friends that you have been hanging around, have been around, they're not good fits for you, or that you not enjoying the relationships you have as much because the way you perceive yourself, that you value yourself, and you want to change that, be in touch. So send me an email, rod.katsumata@gmail.com, and we're going to be happy to support you in your journey. See you next time. Bye bye. Hugs and loves from Brazil.